Let's talk about what you can do to help with your plantar fascia pain. The first thing to manage is your training load. An irritable plantar fascia does not respond well to speed-based training, so take away any speed-based training. That could be interval sessions, tempo sessions. If it's extremely irritable, I'd recommend taking it away entirely for a short period of time. If the irritation is mild, you can back off the paces and see if you respond positively to that. If none of those two work, what you might then need to work on is actually reducing your volume of running, so reduce the overall distances in your total weekly mileage. From here, let's talk about your choice of shoes. Try and ideally pick a pair of shoes that has a bit more cushion. That's going to help allow the heel to sit onto something softer. The harder the surface, the harder it is on your heel and your plantar fascia. Try and avoid carbon-plated shoes. Carbon-plated shoes are going to have a higher energy recoil back into your plantar fascia, which is not going to respond well when it's in an irritable state. Let's talk about strength and what exercises are appropriate when dealing with plantar fascia-based pain. We know the calf and the plantar fascia is directly related and they have a close relationship, but bringing in just a regular heel raise is not going to cut it. You want to bring in a toweled variation of a heel raise. Adding in a towel under the feet to extend your toes is going to help us to pre-engage and activate your plantar fascia. And then moving into a heel raise is then going to allow that plantar fascia to go onto another level and adapt. This can then progressively be done from the ground onto a step and then progressively adding in external load. From here, once you're ready as well, we can start to bring in plyometric movement to make sure the feet are working harder, making sure that calf, Achilles, and plantar fascia complex together is doing the right things. So adding in some pogo hops are a great way of bringing in plyometric specific for the foot and ankle region, and it's going to have a nice adaptation onto your plantar fascia. It's important when bringing in plyometric exercises that you pass the requirements in order to get the exercise happening effectively, but also to avoid your symptoms flaring up as well. As always, make sure you're guided by a professional, whether it's a physiotherapist or health professional in your home country who can take you through the rehab plan in a smart and appropriate way. Finally, other things that you can do in order to help you with your plantar fascia pain is shockwave therapy. Research will show that shockwave is a great way of reducing pain, symptoms, and promote healing, but has to always be done with rehab alongside it. Shockwave alone is not going to help your plantar fascia. And finally, you can consider something like an orthotic. Orthotics are great from a temporary perspective to help change some of the mechanics within your foot to take pressure off the plantar fascia. You can look at it as a long-term option, but research will suggest that it doesn't need to be the case, and you can work on removing the orthotic and going back into running in your regular running insoles, where you always have it there as an adjunct to help in the future as well. Put all of this together, address your training load, address your strength, address your shoe selection, and that's going to help you get to a point where you can manage your plantar fascia pain, reduce it, and get back to running better again.